Hey, if you'd like YouTube, welcome back to another episode of the Black Pearl. Okay, so here's just a quick look at the display tank. The halides haven't kicked on yet, so it's just the blues at the moment. But all the fish are doing fine, no problems. And the cleaner wrasse, he's now able to swim about and clean the fish, and he's not getting any hassle, so that's great. Right, I'm just away to make the tank brace, but I needed some extra weight because the glass isn't that wide, so I need extra weight just to be able to support it while I break it. And my son reckons I definitely need a T-Rex on top of it to give it that extra weight, because apparently he's very heavy. So that's the reason why he's sitting on top of here. Right, so I'll just lower the camera and I'll just get this brace bitty cut. I'm going to break this piece of glass into half. I'll use one bit for the centre, and then the other half I'll break again, and then use the two end bitties for the ends. So just add a wee bit of pressure here. Here we go. So, fine. Okay, and then just the same old story, just give it a quick sand down, get rid of all the sharp edges. Okay, so here I'm adding the bits from the brace originally. Now these bits are the exact same, I haven't changed them in any way, so just putting them back the way they were, I haven't cut them or nothing. I think that's about it. Now I'll just scrape off the excess with the silicone tool. Now I'll just give it a quick measure, make sure that it's the same either end. Okay, so that's all the brace work done. I've added this centrepiece, still got to add the two end bits, but like I say, the other piece that's like this, I'm going to cut that in half, and I'll stick it either end. Okay, so that's all the brace work done. Didn't really need to do as much as I did, but I had the glass anyway, so what the heck, I just added it on. So just filling it up now, and we'll see if it like it is. Hopefully it's watertight. Okay, I left it overnight and there's no leaks whatsoever, so I'm happy with that. So that's a bonus. Now I'm just getting ready to start spray painting the back of the tank. I'm also going to spray the sides. Normally only do the back of aquariums, and I like to leave the other sides open just to allow plenty of light into the aquarium, but since this is going to be in the wee fish room, there's going to be absolutely no light getting in anyway, so I've decided I'm just going to spray all three sides. I'm using this black enamel paint. I'm going to spray this on, see how that goes. Using it kind of as like a base coat, and then I'll top it off with some other paint if needed, but I'm kind of hoping that I'll get good coverage with this and the other paint won't be needed, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just doing light coats. Better to do lots of light, spray it lightly rather than doing a heavy coat, because the viscosity of this spray paint is very thin and it'll just run away up here like so. Just nice and steady. Okay, so I sprayed the three sides, but I think there was maybe some oil or silicone bits that was left on the back or the sides that I just couldn't get off, and unfortunately the spray paint just wouldn't stick to those. So I used this Ronseal tile paint, and this is what I use all the time anyway, but I thought I would try this spray, see how it went, but nah, I had to dig out the old Ronseal just to make sure that I got it all nicely coated. So now it's had a couple of coats of this as well, and it's perfect. Right, so the quarantine tank is now finished, and as you can see I've actually set it up and I've got a new fish. I've actually purchased a sailfin tongue. It's the Giardini one, I think it's called. And so he's in here, so he'll be in here for a couple of weeks just to make sure that he's not carrying any parasites or anything like that, and make sure that he's fit and healthy. Also make sure he's eating well and he gets used to my food before he goes into the Black Pearl, because once he goes in there he's going to need all his strength, because there's 3 tongues in there that are probably going to have a pop at him. However, I'm pretty sure that this guy's big enough and tough enough to sort them out, and hopefully the squabbling at the start won't last too long, but I suspect it will last a couple of days at least. So he's in here just now, and this will give me time to get the stand and everything sorted out in the fish room. Right, here we go, I'm in the fish room. Just started building the frame for the tank, and decided to make use of that wee shelf that was in the back there, so I'm kind of building off of that, and this will then make the tank sit higher up on the shelf, which is pretty good. So we're just making sure everything's level. Also been using this stud detector, and this is definitely a must have if you're going to be working where you know that there's electrical cables and stuff like that. Like on the other side of this wall there's like plug sockets, so this thing beeps like mad, which tells you that there's electric cables and stuff, which is very handy, and then it'll give a continuous tone to let you know that there's a stud there. So I've managed to find a few studs and helped secure this in place. So I'm just waiting to finish this last piece here. Right, so just screwing in this last 2 screws, and then this will be the top section finished. So I'll just get these in there. A wee bit tricky, kind of trying to drill and had a camera at the same time. Hence why I've only done it with the 2 screws. Just get this last, try and get them right in. I'll shift that out of the road. That's it. Okay, that's what on. Just put that down, check the level again. I mean, obviously I'm going to be putting a board on top of this anyway, like, but aye, happy with that, that's fine. So that's the top section, sort of the backbone done anyway. Right, so what I've done now is I've just went round the whole lot and just used this gap filler, flexible gap filler, and just filled it all in. Obviously my shelf here, I'm going to have to move it. I'll either move it higher or I'll move it onto another wall or something to allow room for the tank to get on. But yep, this is the stuff I used. Just went round the whole lot just to tidy up. And other added bonus of this stuff is obviously it'll help just add a wee bit of strength to the whole thing as well. So next thing I'm going to do is I need to get more wood, and I'm going to build some legs. So there'll be 2 there. I'll maybe put 1 here and another one here, and then I'm just going to face it all off, I think. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do, maybe just face it off nicely here with some tiles or just some nice wood. I'm not sure yet, but I'll finish it off so it looks quite tidy. Might add some storage space in there as well. Okay, so I've ripped the skirting boards off and I've just finished adding the supports. So now when the tank's on the top, all the weight's not going to be put onto that bits of wood and held by screws. These are supports are actually going to take the weight. So that's fine. So that's that side, and here's the other side. So this has worked out pretty good. I did originally plan to box the whole toilet in, and basically just wasn't going to use the toilet. However, I've decided to change of plan, and I'm just going to keep this low profile. I'll get a nice big bit of wood to flush off this bit, and then I'll maybe paint it the same colour as the wall, or I'll maybe just paint the whole lot gloss white. And then I'll add the skirting boards back on the bottom there, finish it off, so it'll just look quite tidy, I think. And then the plus side, at least then the toilet's still going to be functional, because although we haven't used it for 5 years, I think it'll be quite nice to actually have another toilet as we can use, so that'll be handy. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode. The next episode I'll hopefully get this all finished and I'll get the quarantine tank in place. But yeah, that's it for just now. So till next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.